Last year, I got stuck on the way to Quartzsite. This year, I waited till I got here.
Maximalist minibus with Mary and Ryder and you. Get on the bus!
Hi there. You know what I noticed? I noticed that we are less than 200 subscribers away from 5,000 subs, and it's only taken 6 years. But, you know, I mean, things happen when they're supposed to happen, right? The timing is actually kind of perfect because hitting a big milestone sometime soon would coincide with the start of the new year. And that will coincide with some big changes that are coming to Maximalist Minibus. That's why I've been absent. I've been working on something that is going to, in some ways, change the just direction, really, of the channel. In some ways, it won't, but it's pretty big, and I'm excited about it. But I'm not 100% ready to reveal exactly what it is yet. I'm saving that for New Year's. Sorry to be so cryptic, sorry to be a tease, but you'll know soon enough because it's almost January, which is crazy. How can it be almost January? Meanwhile, let's get to 5K. That would be so cool, finally, to get to 5,000 subscribers. So spread the word, and if you're not a subscriber yet, now is the time. But anyway, I am here now in Quartzsite, and I'm stuck. I'm stuck in a wash full of sand that is pretty much the consistency of sugar, and there's no getting out without help. So I posted on Quartzsite BLM Camping and Quartzsite Chatter, which are two of the Facebook groups for the local community. I posted there to ask whether anybody could come help me out and get me unstuck. But for both of those groups, you have to have an admin approve the post. And so neither of the posts are up yet because neither one is approved yet. I asked for anybody who could come and help, especially anybody who has a winch, to send me a direct message. So now I'm waiting for the posts to actually go up, and then I'll be waiting to see if anybody messages me, and then we'll see if anybody actually shows up, and then we'll see if they can even get me out. I'm stuck in there pretty good. I have a backup plan. The backup plan is I have CoachNet roadside assistance, and I love CoachNet, but it's not a fast option. Like sometimes it takes them like a full day to find someone, so that means I'd be sitting in here all night. And yeah, I'm going to try the Facebook approach first. But while we're waiting, I figured that I would catch you up, because the last time I saw you guys, I was camp hosting in Mormon Lake near Flagstaff. Well, we closed that campground on October 2nd, and I moved up the street to a different campground where I celebrated my birthday with some great friends who traveled in from near and far. Sarah came from Colorado, Melanie came from Oregon, Brad came from Kingman, Tammy, Marlene, and Joe came from Cottonwood, and then there were a bunch of people that were local, like Kat, David, and Pete, who came from their own campgrounds, and Tom and Teresa, who are people that I met. They're in the cabins over in Mormon Lake. So I think that's everybody. If I left anyone out, I'm sorry that I left you out. Oh, and the campers who made me breakfast and sang happy birthday to me. Aww. I can't forget them. That was pretty cool. After that campground, the second campground closed, Melanie, Sarah, and I went over to the backside of Lake Mary, and we set up over there for a while. It's a popular camping area, even though Lake Mary, it's, you know, has hardly any water in it. It's not really a lake. Most of the lakes in Arizona don't have water this year. Sarah went her own way for a bit because she was camping in a tent, and it started getting really cold in Flagstaff. She's usually in an RV, but you guys probably know because you probably watch her channel, that RV over there. If you don't, you should. But her husband Aaron went off to do the beet harvest, and that's why she's car camping with a tent. She headed down to Payson, which was a little bit warmer because Melanie and I were making kind of a lateral move temperature wise. We were going in the Williams direction. The two of us went to Ash Fork to meet up with Captain Kirk, not the one from Star Trek, but our amazing friend who works on solar. He helped me out with a little project, and then we checked out Williams.
So long ago, still make me blue.
Williams is a pretty cute town if you've never been. It's been around since the old West days, and it still has that vibe, you know, mixed with like a touristy old Route 66 nostalgia kind of thing, and a little bit of a hippie vibe. Plus, there's modern stuff too. There's modern breweries, there's things like that. And it has the Canyon Coaster. That was a bucket list thing for Melanie. And you don't ever have to twist my arm to do anything that has the word coaster in the name, because anything, yeah, I love all that kind of stuff. So we did it. I just wish I could have made it go faster, but otherwise it was great. I don't have any footage of Melanie riding it because she didn't spend the $14 to buy the video. I did, because I'm a dork. After that, we went down to Payson and we reconnected with Sarah. So have you guys ever been to the Mogollon Rim? I mean, have you ever seen, like, have you ever heard of it? Have you ever seen anybody go there on YouTube? Because I never really heard that much about the Mogollon Rim. I mean, really, almost nothing. But then Sarah and I drove a chunk of it, and...
Oh my gosh. This is crazy.
It's incredibly gorgeous. I can't believe I've never camped there before. Next season, we want to spend much more time there, either on the way up or on the way back down, but we have to camp there because you can camp like right on the edge.
Yeah. Close to the edge over there. Wow.
And on the way back, we met a few elk.
Hi. Hi, elkies.
The one thing I will say about the secret something that I'm working on is that it kind of dictated that I take a slower, like a very different route to Quartzsite this year than I usually do. So, I mean, usually. I don't think I really have a usually. It seems like I'm doing it a different way each time. But some of the time I was traveling with Melanie. Some of the time I was traveling with Sarah. But eventually I ended up on my own, headed here to Quartzsite. The first night I got in, I came in really late. So I slept at the truck stop in town because that's easier than trying to find my way through Skadden Wash in the pitch dark, which I've tried to do before. Not easy. The next day, I made my way out to where Kat and Deborah camped. It's easy in the daylight because it's the same spot we were in last year. After I got settled in over there, I went off to explore a part of town that I really never checked out before. It's a day use area all the way on the other end of town. It's right off one of the main roads that cuts off of Main Street. And the area was really pretty. Like, I expected it would be pretty, and it was. And I hiked around there for a little bit with Ryder. Then I decided to take a different road back. I was almost to the end, almost to the paved street, when there was a fork in the road. One fork had like a deep puddle, which, you know, it's just because it rained for a couple of days. I'm sure the puddle would have been fine. It would have been just fine. It would have been finer than the other way. But of course, I took the other way. Okay, I don't know about this. Yeah, that looks really steep, the ramp up onto the paved road over there. So I think I'm gonna go back to the other road because I passed the puddle now. Oh shit. When I felt myself get stuck, I kind of went into denial, you know. I was determined to get out, so I'm like revving, going back and forth, but every time, you know, my wheels were spinning and I dug myself in deeper. Finally, I gave up, I shut off the bus, and I posted on Facebook. Oh, the post must have gone up. Okay, within like 2 minutes of the post going up on Quartzsite BLM Camping, I got at least a dozen messages from people offering to help. I sent a pin to the first guy who responded, and he came over here with his huge, big pickup truck, but he couldn't pull me out. In fact, he almost got stuck trying to pull me out. So then I sent a pin to another guy, and he has a winch on the front, so he's gonna winch me out. That should work. Dan, who is the driver of the first truck, is behind the wheel of Max because he knows how to do this better than I do. So I figured I'd turn it over to him.
There we go. Super soft. Wow. That is soft.
That's why we need investment in it.
Yes.
Now you can see.
Wow.
It's so soft, it's still in there. But that winch is amazing.
You got traction now? Yeah, a little bit, but I think I'm gonna still need to pull out.
This is the most stuck I've ever gotten.
This is pretty good news off this.
Yeah.
She's gonna move the truck up. I know it's gonna move if I don't need to.
Well, the winch didn't work. I mean, it worked, but I'm not out yet. And he was kind of getting sucked into the sugar sand too. It was almost like I was pulling him. So now the plan is for the first truck, with Dan's wife Anna driving, to hook up to the winch truck with a strap.
Hey, if you don't mind, you may have to guide her a little bit.
Just to act as an anchor for him while he pulls me out.
You guys live in Quartzsite? Like year round?
No, this is actually our first year.
Oh,
We
wow.
got here about a month ago.
Okay.
Well, Max is still not quite out of the soft patch. A little more pulling, a little more winching to do, and we have to change angles. And I don't know why I'm saying we, because these guys are doing all the work. I'm not doing any work.
Good.
And honestly, I feel kind of weird shooting video of them doing all this. Like, it's bad enough that I'm not, participating in my own rescue, but shooting just feels a little bit over the top. So I don't have the climactic moment for you. The moment when the bus was officially actually out, I just kind of choked. Like I said, I felt weird about shooting, so I stopped at the exact moment that I should have been rolling. Oh well, second big mistake of the day. First one being getting stuck in the wash in the first place. So some of you probably wonder, like, why didn't I panic when I got stuck and all that stuff? And it's because it's happened to me before, more than once, and it's always all worked out. The bus is out, and I'm on with my day. It was not easy. I was very stuck. It took 2 trucks attached together, like hopefully you saw from my limited footage. It wasn't easy getting out, but getting help was easy. And now you know that if you get stuck in Quartzsite, it doesn't have to ruin your day. Just go on Facebook, put out the call, and wait a little bit. This community is absolutely awesome. Somebody will come. And, there's all these guys here with winches and things and just dying to play with all their toys, trying to play with their winch. And that sounds funny, but you know what I mean. Oh, by the way, if you need a mechanic in Quartzsite, one of the guys who came out to help was Bryon Cox. He's a mobile mechanic. I'm going to put his contact info in the description. I'll have a lot more info for you on what you can expect in the new year, what changes are happening in the next video. But here's the video from last year's version of being stuck. I got rescued from that one by a guy on a bicycle, so that is something that's worth checking out. I'm gonna go watch it. I'll see you over there, and don't forget 5,000 subscribers. Tell your friends, tell everybody, tell your enemies, get them to subscribe. Bye.
Get on the bus.